Megan Stewart, a beautiful, popular 14-year-old girl, vanished without a trace after going out with friends 2 days ago.
The footage clearly shows that she encounters a man who appears to lead her away.
Enter Megan, a popular 14-year-old girl in high school who likes to party with her friends. Enter Amy, Megan's best friend. She appreciates and loves Megan's friendship, even if it means doing things she doesn't like to, just to hang out with Megan. These two are the best of friends, even when Megan is pressured not to hang out with Amy due to the group's belief that Amy is boring. After Megan's friend Lexi introduces her or insists she meets this guy Josh, who's a skateboarder, in order to chat with him and possibly meet up with them at a party. Megan eventually connects with Josh, who convinces her, well, come to this party so I can see you. Megan, who's always sarcastic and kind of likes to flirt back, eventually agrees to meet Josh at this party. However, he no shows. But the curiosity thing about this was that Josh lied and said that his video camera wasn't working. But Megan, who has a history, an unfortunate history in this film, is tempted by Josh's flirty ways in order to meet with him later on. This is the turn and twist of the film, as Megan goes to meet Josh, but she ends up going missing. Unfortunately for Amy, who is determined to find out exactly what happened to Megan, puts herself into a situation and confronts Josh to the point where she asks Josh if he was a person who appeared on a security camera, kind of escorting Megan away, if that was him. He denies it, but he begins to try to entice Amy. However, Amy suspects Josh knows something to the point where she tells the authorities, and this puts her life in danger because Josh eventually contacts her and tells her that if she continues to talk, he will have to pay her a visit. Now, the thing about this film, it is very realistic of what could actually be happening in the real world today. As you can tell by the statistics I showed earlier, missing people and interactions while online go hand to hand. After all, you really don't know who's behind the camera and who you're talking to. And even if you actually see the face, is this a face that you can actually trust? So this is where this film takes this realistic approach and brings us into this world that, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people spoke about this film. I kind of passed this film up, and for many reasons, but one of the specific scenes people were talking about was this barrel, which I'm not going to get into the barrel. I'd rather you watch the movie, but watch the movie at your own discretion. This movie is a little disturbing. Well, very disturbing. It's a slow start film, and it is the last 22 minutes of the film that really takes this turn to such a disturbing level. Before I continue, let me tell you what I think of this film as far as whether it's lost or found. This film is definitely a found. Now, it is a very, very slow start, but what the beginning of this film actually does is build these two different dynamics between Megan and Amy. Megan, like I said, is a girl who has a past, a twisted past, not by her own fault, but due to the psychological trauma she experienced, She seems more gullible and willing to do things that at her age, once again, 14, she should not be doing. Now you take Amy, her best friend, who thinks she knows a lot about Megan, but Megan has her secrets. But Amy comes from a good family, good parents, good job. They give her everything. So the fact that you had these two different dynamics, two different girls with different backgrounds, different upbringings, yet they still fell victim to the depravity and darkness that is in this film. Now, the last 22 minutes of the film, it is a crazy, I can't put it anymore, but disturbing revelations of what happens, not only to Amy, but when we find out what truly happened to Megan. As much as I want to dive deeper as far as what exactly happened in this film, I'd rather have you watch this film. But know that, yes, the hype behind the 22 minutes in this film is real. Now, me, I love found footage horrors, but I love horror films that make you think, make you wonder, and leave you to the point where you know this is really happening. And the fact that there are people out in this world who are depraved and dark and just twisted and evil, like the character Josh in this film. Now, the film does not show the character Josh, which I like because Josh could be anybody. And you feel for Amy through her ordeal throughout the end of this film. Now, this film is currently streaming on Tubi. You only have a couple more days left because it's going to be off Tubi. But the thing I found out about this movie is banned in certain streaming because of the fact that there is the last 22 minutes of the film. I'm going to keep harping on it. The last 22 minutes of the film are enough to get this movie removed from a lot of streaming services and don't even play. They're banned in certain sites. Megan is Missing is an interesting film. Now, as a parent, definitely watch the film. Definitely be aware of what the film is trying to tell you. The fact that you have young children going on these sites, meeting strangers and putting themselves at risk. Megan, who comes off as a hard ass, who comes off as tough, fell for the trap that Josh laid before her. And unfortunately, so did Amy. Now, the film does take a found footage approach as far as depicting the conversations between Megan and Amy, their phone conversations, their computer conversations, the conversations with Josh when he's talking to Megan, and you get the newsreels that make this film seem more real. Now, watch it, like I said, at your own discretion. Megan is Missing 2011. It is one of the films that will leave you feeling disturbed at the end of the film. You know, when I watch this film, yeah, it does leave you angry and disturbed, but this is why this film feels realistic because this stuff is happening. But definitely watch the film. Let me know what you think. Megan is Missing. Did you watch it? Did you like it? Did you think it was too disturbing? But did you think the disturbing parts of this film was because they were realistic? So let me know. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share. Got more episodes of Lost or Found coming your way. I know I keep switching what I'm going to basically show, but sometimes when you watch a film, you feel like this film should come first and foremost. So when I watch Megan is Missing, I felt like I should jump it up to the schedule and watch it. It was my first watch. Would I watch it again? Maybe, but I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I got to see it. And the fact that as a parent, this movie does leave you a little shaken. So that's it for me. This is GR Lost or Found here on Horror Fiend TV. Let me know what you think of this film. And does this film kind of sit in the echelon of very disturbing movies that leave you totally messed up? Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself and look at this film and look at the message it's trying to give you, especially as a parent. But until next time, peace.